Good morning, good afternoon. Hey, yesterday's Inner Circle Zoom was off the hook. I've heard from so many of you about Cole Taylor, how you love them. He's heard from many of you. We're implementing Cole's strategies to take our business to the next level. I'm glad you loved it. I did too. Awesome stuff. But with the internet with being wonky, I had some really important stuff to share. So as it was announced yesterday, if you haven't heard, on the 19th of February, that's this Wednesday coming up, we're going to meet again at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern. Put it in your calendar right now. Principle of do it now, because you're going to forget, oh, I missed it. Grab your calendar right now. This Wednesday, the 19th, I'm going to do kind of an emergency Inner Circle Zoom. I'm going to be talking about, number one, pulling your team together with me. We're going to do a special 1 hour Zoom for each one of you and your team. We'll pick a time over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, and we're going to pull everyone together, whether it's 10, 100, or 500. We're going to get them together. 30-minute strategy for me on how to go next level, and then 30 minutes of Q&A. It's going to be awesome. Number two, I'm going to tell you all about the Scottsdale Mastermind. Go over the agenda, what's happening. You're going to love it. We're going to show you the resort, all the fun stuff we got planned. Don't miss that. Number three, I'm going to teach you something that the top 200 leaders at EXP, a handful of them know about it. They're all flying. We're all flying to Dallas on the 24th, but I'm going to teach you all about it on the 19th. You're going to have the inner, details of what's happening before some of the biggest, and it's like the biggest seismic shift we've ever had. You're going to love it. Finally, I'm going to cover maximizing your Cabo experience for you and your team and your guests. Some really strategic ways of making Cabo pay off for you. So that's what we're going to cover this Wednesday. Don't miss it. The 19th, put it in your calendar, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern. Today, I have a little message for you. Number one, I was reviewing my notes with Tony. I'm in an inner circle program with him called the Zenith Business Club. And he said, last time we met, he said, hey, you got to make a decision not to suffer, and you got to live. And what he said is, he says, hey, what you focus on is where you're going. If you're focused on the problem, you're going to the problem. It's one thing to identify a problem, come up with steps to fix it and then fix it. But if you're just like the problem, it just gets bigger. He says this, you got to have grace and mercy for yourself. Some of you get so mad and you get frosted, and that's okay. It's okay to do that. But when you go beyond that and you just rip yourself anew and you start saying terrible, mean things to yourself that you wouldn't say to anyone else, it's okay to be upset, but let it inspire you. Don't beat yourself to a pulp. And he kind of went on to say this. He goes, hey, look, think about it. When you beat yourself up, you really get hard on yourself. What does it do to your energy? Does it increase or does it decrease? We all know it decreases. Then if your energy drops, what happens to your state? And of course, your state tanks. And if your state tanks and your energy drops, you become the victim, not the victor. Really important. Then he said this little zinger. You either use your mind or your mind uses you. Whoa, mic drop. I'll say it again. You either use your mind, get control of your thoughts, the inner winner, that internal dialogue only you are having with you. You use your mind or your mind uses you. Wow. What you focus on expands. Focus on what you want. Make it happen. I'll see you guys Wednesday, the 19th, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern. It's going to be great. Don't miss it. Emergency Inner Circle Zoom for Cabo and some cool stuff. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll see you there. Bye-bye. Have a great day.